What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Let's get it in. So this is Thursday, and this is the Talk About It Thursday, where we talk about just about anything, things that's on our mind, things that's bugging us, you know what I'm saying? And we invite you to share your thoughts as well. I was thinking personally, you know, as we get older, especially men, I would say, we try to do things, this is so funny to me, we try to do things that we did in our 20s, our 30s. And do you all know how stupid we look when we do this? All right, I was out there today, a little while ago actually, trying to play some ball. Now, I used to be the man back in the day. I used to hoop back in the day, but woo-wee, crazy. Try to run up and down that court. Lewis said it ain't gonna happen. Nah, bro, it ain't happening. Bruce Logan, what's going on, my brother? Welcome to Dope Living TV, everyone. Let's go. Yes, sir. And after Dope Living TV, man, make sure y'all go and check out the D Stark Show. Comes on immediately after this, actually. Check out D Stark's. We say things that we say one way. D Starks and his crew, they just let it out. They just say whatever. But it's still good TV, I'll call it, all right? So y'all check out the D Stark Show. Support. That's our sister show. We appreciate you, D Starks, and the crew for always supporting us. But yeah, man, I was out there trying to play some ball. You know, dribbling is one thing. I still got the handles a little bit, right? But going up and down the court, that ain't happening like that no more. I can cherry pick though. So like if I do a shot, miss a shot, everybody going back the other way. I can look like I'm going the other way, but I ain't gonna make it down there. But if they miss on the other end of the court, I'm right there. I am right there. So I can do that easy layup. So yeah, what's up, Rachel? And you know, Rachel's be on later with the CEO Nuggets of 30, all right? And she always reminds us, man, we gotta show that credit card, all right? So, Dope Living TV. Now I just noticed something, and I wonder if Gina, Chris, and Mo noticed this. As we go down the line, you know, certificate of membership, certificate is proudly presented, Greg Gray, CEO, Dope Living TV, worldwide. Look at Dope Living, DOPELIVIN. It's DOPELIVEN. Look at this shirt, DOPELIVEN. Dope Living. By the way, get your t-shirts, man. Y'all got to get them. Come a part of the lifestyle. It's a Dope Living lifestyle. You know how we do. It's a peaceful lifestyle. Now, I don't know where my crew is at, but it's cool. Y'all know me. I can talk all day about stuff. And so I invite you guys. Like I said, it's when we do Dope Living TV Live, it's a show that's geared towards telling the journey, telling the story. And everybody out there has a story. So if you don't have to be celebrity, whatever. If you have a story to tell, we'll tell that journey, man, come on through. Hang out with us. We will tell your story. We'll laugh a little bit, cry a little bit. We want people to understand that the journey, you're not walking that journey by yourself. You know, God is with you, number one. But we there with you too, all right? Lewis said, man, you better sit down. Your knees hurt, your back. Think about it. We are what they call old school. Bruh, I found that out today. Trust me. As I'm sitting here right now, man, my feet are actually in some concoction here, okay? So I and I got the heating pad and all of that stuff ready, man. But and what do you call that stuff? The icy hot. Yeah. But I did what I had to do. I made a couple points. But I did what I had to do. I was representing the dope living lifestyle again, man. Y'all go into the inbox, my message box, and support the movement. I'm trying to sell 10 t-shirts a day. That's it. Small. 10 t-shirts a day. I already got plenty of orders, and we're going to start manufacturing these this weekend. But I want to do them for to fit you. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you guys become a part of the lifestyle. We got the regular dope living t-shirts like this, and this large logo. We can make it small. You know. Then we got the property of, you know. And then we have the signature series. Now, the signature series is interesting because, number one, you have a Dope Living signature on the sleeve right here, and it'll be on the shirt as well. But it's also going to be filled with a lot of different sayings, okay? So it is what it is. Yeah, whatever, man. You know, stuff like that. It's going to be just whatever you want. Just if you want the signature series, just inbox me, tell me what you want on the shirt. Oh, a saying that you always say or whatever, okay? Like I said, it has the Dope Living signature. We're going to get it, color, logo color, size, make that happen, okay? Bruce Logan is always on our side. Official Dope Living TV t-shirts available now. Grab yours today. DM Greg Gray directly. Click here to order. Da-da-da. Limited stock. Don't miss out. Hell, I want one, the best one. Yeah, man, you got to tell me what the best one is, all right? Why Gina's hair all over her head? She must have just ran. She just ran from the beach straight to the house, man. I don't know, boy. What's up, girl?
You don't like my new wig?
Yeah, okay. The piece of wig.
It is kind of, that wind is high out there. That wind real high. We lost power and everything out here.
Oh no, that ain't supposed to happen.
Nah.
What's going on, sis?
So, but we good. Everything back up and running.
You know, I gotta say something about Gina. And it's not a bad thing, okay, but
anytime you say it's not a bad thing, but
let me tell y'all something. My sister, she's so independent. It's like she know how her brother roll. And her brother say, if you need anything, I got you. He said, no, I'm gonna be all right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And well, you know, I appreciate that, but you know, we gotta show support for our loved ones, man. Don't go nowhere, Chris. I'm sorry. What up, Chris? Yeah, how you doing? Yeah,
he dropped into the black hole.
Yeah, that's okay. He'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we just talking about Thursday. Gene, I was talking about earlier how we want to do some of the things that we did when we were 20, 30 years old, but we get out there and do it. It ain't gonna happen.
You know what? And we feel like we can still do it. I used to beat my kids running track, and I still try to. I think I still can, though.
Man, I remember one time I was trying to run with Jordan and one of his friends, okay? Because they said they could beat me running, and I'm like, you know, I know how fast I was back in the day. But, you know, things are different. But we were running, and I had them, but then for some reason, the ground dipped. It dipped.
Ground dip, baby, dip, baby, dip.
It felt like it dipped, and I started.
Oh.
And you know how you try to do that save. You try to save yourself because you're stumbling. Oh man, I saved myself for about a good 40 steps, man, and then it was over. It was just over. It was done. What up, Chris?
And you gonna pay for it tomorrow?
I'm paying for it right now. All right, right now. I was playing ball earlier today too. And man, you know when you come out on the court, you're dribbling this and that. Okay, you ain't got to run right now, but you dribbling.
You out there doing all sorts of things.
I had handles. Okay, yeah. Well, I was the masked Avenger today. Okay, but you know that fizzled out after that first run. That first run down the court. No. I start cherry picking in. It's like after somebody misses on my end, I run like 3 or 4 steps because everybody running so they can think that I'm running. Everybody else down court. I'm staying down here waiting. So they miss down there. I'm like, throw me the ball. Easy point, Greg. 2 points. There it is right there, boy. You know I know what I'm doing. What up, Mo?
What's up? Trying to get this mic back.
Cherry picking.
Hey,
man, did y'all notice? Did you all?
I got a house full of people.
Did you all?
Your family went back home?
No, they here. You hear them in the background?
Hey man, did y'all get y'all certificates though?
Oh yeah.
Look real hard at y'all certificates. Who got their certificate near them?
I do.
Anybody got their certificate near them?
I have mine here. What's with it?
Okay.
Chris got his on the wall already.
I see that. Okay, but there's a problem. There's a problem.
Dope Living TV. It's not spelled correct.
Dope Living is spelled wrong.
Yeah. We already said that.
Yeah, I told you that. When we first got it, I told you that was gonna happen. Yeah, I told you they was gonna do that.
Yeah. Okay. We already knew that. Bad. We dismissed it.
My bad.
Everyone spells it like that.
My bad.
Because they think it's LIVING, but we removed the G.
Yep.
And every removed the I.
Yeah.
Had to remove it. What's up, Amber Penn? When you coming on the show, Amber? Please tell me when you coming. That's family right there, though. What's going on, Amber?
Is that a new movie
what's up too.
that Amber is in,
right.
or is she promoting a movie?
Amber she's in every movie out there, basically. Okay, she's doing a thing, man. Lewis said, "I know I can't. I'm about to retire next week after 39 years. Can't do it anymore. Everything hurt." He said he's done with all of that.
hey, Lewis, I feel you, bro.
Lewis.
I feel you. I feel you.
Lewis is all
talking
over
about black on black. I always say black on black in the morning.
There go Angie, y'all.
Angie.
What's up, Angie?
Angie.
Steven on that too. What's up,
best
Steve?
Life.
Yeah, Angie always doing such an amazing job at life. You know, she's the CEO of her life for real, y'all. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to Steve. What's going on, Steve? Steve ain't been on with us for a minute, man. But
he was on yesterday, wasn't he?
I'm talking about on live.
Okay. Coming on live.
Oh, you mean live? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he only come on when Gina on vacation.
I saw his name in the audience yesterday.
He only come on when Gina on vacation.
Hey, everybody, too. Like I said, make sure y'all check out the D-Star show after this show is over. But there's another show that's going to come on real soon, too. Ain't it right, Chris?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Eventually. I still got to put together the intro and the outro. And once I get that, then we'll do it.
What is it?
So okay. Hey, Mo, we got to put that intro and outro together.
It's called Roads from Black Royalty Perspective.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're talking about everything.
Okay. And some good there's some good brothers that's gonna be on there too, man. Some good.
Yeah, myself, Royal Joyner the
Yes, sir.
third, Daniel Schaus, Nathan Maderi, and we're gonna do it where the black man can speak now. And we talking about everything.
And ain't holding nothing back, y'all. Ain't
Nothing
holding
back at all.
nothing back. Nope. Gotta say it like it is, because that's the only way. I mean, if you sugarcoat stuff, people gonna know it. People ain't gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta quit sugarcoating stuff. We gotta make sure that we tell stuff the way it is. TIS. Yes.
TIS.
Now I got a question too for you guys. Why did Shedeur Sanders get drafted in the 5th round?
Oh, he did it to himself.
Yeah.
But this
He did it
dude out
to
there winning all
himself.
these
He was told he was top 10. So he didn't go to any of the combines. He didn't do any of the interviews serious. And
well, that's crazy.
And the owners basically came together like, yo, we ain't gonna draft him in the first 4 rounds, I think. Was the 4th? He got drafted in the 4th round or the 5th?
5th, I think.
5th round.
144.
Is that a way to punish them?
Well, they don't have to pay him that big money. You know what I'm saying? They basically stopped Primetime 2.0 from happening.
But I mean, what message does that send, though? You know,
they don't send no message. Honestly, it just lights a fire under him that now he has motivation to go out there and prove them wrong for what they did. And if he does, but we got to remember this too. Tom Brady was picked 199. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a good move, tell you the truth, because whoever pick him up gonna be good. Yeah, they're gonna be good.
Here's my thing, Mo.
You know, but you think about him and his dad; they ain't never not backed up the their stuff, regardless.
I get that, but he's a good quarterback.
Yeah,
but is he really work? Does he really live up to that hype though? Can he hold the same hype he had in college in the NFL?
Well, you're gonna find out when he get hit that first time when he gets sacked. You find out.
Ouch.
That's one thing. That's one thing about him. He gonna have to bulk up for sure.
Yeah.
Him and Travis.
I already told him about that. He's got for one, he's got history. You know, he got somebody that could teach him the history of the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know that if you know they're gonna be haters behind you in the game, then you got to make sure you're ready for the hate game. You got to be sure you're ready. I mean, not concentrate on it, but you got to be ready for it because it's gonna happen. And the thing about it is, he already had a taste of it because he went in 5th round instead of.
Oh yeah.
Hater racism. Hey man, let me switch it up a little bit now because we just this is Talk About It Thursdays. We talk about everything. What do y'all think? Overwhelmingly passed. They call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America now.
Oh boy.
It's not that. He could call it whatever he wants. Legally, he can't do it.
Yeah.
They just passed it.
Well, but
who is they?
That's
the thing. The they that you're talking about.
You talk about some people that got their nose so far. Anyway, let's not.
Yeah. So,
which is the next question? Go ahead, Jim.
I was going to say, if you just want to go along and call it that, you could call it Gulf or whatever you want. But apparently, the congresswoman don't know where it's located because she said it was off of San Diego. We got the Gulf of Mexico right off of San Diego.
Right.
So call it whatever you want. Put it wherever you want.
Again, it goes back to not knowing your history. And we got a lot of folk that's up there in the house and saying that they don't know their own damn history. So I mean,
they don't know their geography either.
Yeah, they don't know. Well, history too. I mean, it has a part of history in it. You know, the reason why they call it what they call it is because of the history. You know. Where it's at.
Which brings us to the next question. If your nose is so far up someone's butt, how can you breathe?
You don't. You just don't.
That's crazy. Y'all know at 7 we just mess around for a half hour because we waiting on the outro, the CEO nuggets to come through with Rachel Gary. So that's what we call this Talk About Thursday, because we talk about any and everything, okay? Yeah. For real.
And like, for instance, yesterday.
You said what?
That one.
Lewis said you can't breathe, he said.
That one
What'd you say, Mel? I'm sorry.
Pretty hot.
Oh, yeah. The tariffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about those tariffs, man. We really didn't touch on a lot of stuff, but that's an intense conversation, man, and it's something that there's going to be a lot of variable comments on there. But I don't think anybody's wrong. But it's it's something that we do need to talk about. Crosby Tank, Bruce Logan, Indian, LOL. Hey, we ain't doing all that, y'all. Not today. Not today. Don't get Greg on that soapbox now.
No, stop it.
Come on, Crosby. Let's be nice, man. Let's be nice. They must have saw one of my old videos where I was going in. Man, we are at 948 today.
Yeah.
948. Working towards 1,000.
What
are we going? How are we gonna feel? What are we gonna do at 1,000, man?
I got a question.
Let's ask the audience to send us some suggestions.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why does it seem like we've been on 940 for like 2 months?
We ain't been on that. I'm keeping great count on this.
No, I'm not saying you not. It just seems like we've been on 940 for like 2 months.
Well, because we missed some shows too, so I don't count the shows that we repeat.
Yeah. No, I know that.
We missed the past 2-3 weeks. I think we missed about 4 shows, something like that.
Just tell all our business. No, he gonna run now.
As you can hear in the background, I got terrorists in the background here.
Yeah, terrorists.
You hear in the background, I got folk here.
That ain't cool, Gina.
I hear the
didn't mean to tell everybody. I didn't mean to tell
all of it. Little 3-foot terrorist.
I got a serious question before we bring on Rachel. How y'all feel about that Megyn Kelly chick?
Oh, she could go. You know what? The reason why this country is the way it is right now is because people like her. Like I made the comment, the reason why the country is the way it is because it's like her. Whenever somebody tries to have any kind of excellence, if it ain't white, it ain't right. So she gonna kill it. You know, I'm just gonna say it the way I feel it.
What are we talking about?
I missed something.
Me too.
You didn't see the video? Did you listen to the video where she was talking about, you know, the the little fashion thing that you know, it wasn't all black. That's what got me.
Well, actually, this year it was predicated to black designers.
Right. And she had a fit about it because she didn't think it was white enough. It wasn't white enough. You know, they was talking about the dapper black dressers, basically what they was talking about. And so she tripped out on it. I mean, she really went, you know, she called it everything in Black Lives Matter and all kind of craziness. She just went in, and it don't make no sense. People like her is what caused this country to be the way it is. You know, you can't hate everything and everybody that ain't white. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it boils down to. Exactly what this shit boils down to.
It's crazy, all you can't do anything anymore. Everything
everything.
You know, you just can't do anything. No matter what you do, is there somebody's gonna have an issue.
Yep. And again, it comes down to envy and jealousy. You know.
Hey, I was talking to somebody earlier, and you know, everybody has, and I got some stuff that came into me too. Everybody has their definition or their way to relieve stress, to keep peace within themselves. real quick, how do y'all de-stress? How do y'all keep peace in your life?
Music.
Now, let me tell you, a lot of people said reading the Bible. I'm like, I get it, but think about it though. You're trying to get stress out of your life. The Bible got some stories in there, okay, that probably stress you out, okay.
You just have to remember when you're reading the Bible that it's just like a lesson, you know. And when you read a lesson, some people take that to the next level. It's a lesson, and this is a message. And when you read it, it helps you.
And you don't. What you do is just open it up. Don't choose a place to go in the Bible. Just randomly open it, and you'll be led to what you need to hear that day. So that's the difference there.
And I get that. You know, don't just open it up and all of a sudden you see this, but start from Genesis, go to Revelation, read the whole thing. But isn't it, you know, I guess it's the interpretation too, the way that you see, the way that you read it. But some people said music, some people said exercise, some people said the Bible, a lot of people said jumping off the dresser.
Say releasing.
It's different for everybody.
I was with him on that one, Mo.
It's different for everybody.
Boy, and wait for it to land. Woo-hoo-hoo. Jump off that dresser. Wait for it. You got to position yourself to wait for it to land. And
that's right here, Peyronie's disease.
There it is. I got you, girl.
Yeah, right.
You know what they say about men who talk about sex all the time?
What are they talking
They're
about?
really not good in bed.
Okay.
Oh, dang. Damn.
So we're gonna test that. We're gonna test that theory. Okay. Everybody that slept with me, get on here today.
Oh my gosh. We don't have enough time.
Oh, that's cold, Gina. What am I? What?
I'm just playing. I don't want Faye to come get me either. Faye, I moved out of Indiana.
Wow.
No, come searching for me in Indiana.
She's in Georgia. Being a deacon, read the Bible. Man.
You know she'll be on the next plane smoking.
Man, that's crazy. So my hoe. Oh, I do got to tell y'all something after the show is over though. Y'all gonna be mad.
We're gonna be mad. I don't want to be mad.
Y'all gonna be mad.
I don't want to be mad.
But I want to know how people can.
I already know what it is. I already know what it is.
I already know. I know you know.
Oh my gosh.
I already know what it is, and he ain't even told me. I already know what it is.
And all I can tell y'all is I'm sorry, okay? But
oh no.
What?
He giving us a heads up.
Well, I ain't giving Chris no heads. I can tell you already. I already know, bro. No, I already know he know. That's what's messed up about it right now. I should have said nothing. He know anyway. But I want to know.
You can't tell us now.
Huh? No. Oh hell no.
It's got to be bad.
Hell to the
It has to be bad.
I cannot tell you now. But what I can say is this: I do want to know. You know, if all of us have businesses, all of us have a business. How can we keep the stress out of our business? We need to get that answer from the CEO of life.
Yes.
The entrepreneur of the century, the radio star, the book star, just walking down the street. I mean, she just smiled all the time, and there she is. Okay, it's Rachel Gary with the CEO Nuggets. Where you at, Rachel? And then she just pops off. So y'all save the applause.
She don't want to hear bad news either.
Don't nobody want to hear no bad news. I'm trying to get her on here. She's rolling. She's scrolling.
Not if it's bad news. Bye.
It ain't bad news, Gene. It's just
it's bad news. It's bad news.
I could tell, bro. He can't even get it out right.
It's
He
bad
can't even
news.
get it out right.
Where you at, Rachel? What's up, Del Greg? My guy out there in what's that, Illinois? Something Illinois. I forgot where he's at. Where is it at? Rockford. What's going on, bro? Rockford, Illinois. Yeah, man.
I need those nuggets today.
We waiting on you. We hungry, Rachel. We hungry. What? How can we keep stress out of our business? Don't point. Did your mama tell you not to point? Look at it, just pointing.
Who's pointing?
Rachel, look.
Oh, in the look, she said she was gonna have this fixed by this week.
Yeah, Gina, you the one to be calling people out too. Okay, so go ahead.
Y'all just make me out to be such a bad person.
You the one be calling everybody out. She said he is telling our business. Don't be telling everybody our business. Not bad. Rachel, where you at? I said, Rachel.
We can't even hear you, Rachel, this time.
Okay, Rachel. If my cheeks wasn't wired, I would do you, because all you do is smile all day long. So I just sit up and smile, and they're going to CEO nugget for the day. Okay, Rachel just smiles and she happy all the time, but you know I don't guess she happy right now because this shit ain't working.
That's okay.
And she did say that though, did she, Jen? She did say next week I'm gonna make it work, because at the beginning it wasn't working real well. Then she moved to her phone. That's what it is. Use your phone. Mo, you supposed to be teaching them, man.
She moved to another spot.
Mo, you the technical guy, man. Holler at her.
Mo won't tell you the hard wire. I already know what he's gonna say.
Yeah. Wire that bad boy up. You never got to worry about it.
I know what he's gonna say.
Yep. Hard wire. You ain't got to worry about no drift. You ain't got to worry about nobody using too much because you priority.
We're gonna try this again.
Right.
Where you at, Rachel? Rachel, you know what? Just cut the mic on.
Yeah.
I said cut the mic on.
She may have it on. Remember last week we couldn't hear her.
Yeah.
Well, this week is the same.
We couldn't hear her at all.
This week she's Stevie Wonder up in this joint. We can't see her or hear her.
She upgraded her internet. She upgraded. Give me my money back.
You said she upgraded it to what? Paper?
I'm gonna tell you.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you, if you don't say nothing to Comcast about it, they sure leave it down there. You know, you're supposed to be upgraded. They send you the modem, you turn it on, they still throttle. And I got off of Comcast because of that. See, when you use when they use fiber optics, it don't matter. Speed gonna be constant all the time.
Who did you go to?
I'm on AT&T.
Oh, I didn't know.
If we were
fiber. No, not
AT&T
you,
was
Bert.
terrible out here in Miller. It was horrible.
You have to have fiber optic. They got the AT&T that old UVerse stuff that's on the wires. That ain't nothing. That's garbage.
Fiber
but the
optic.
Yeah.
And they don't do well when you have a lot of trees.
Well, yeah, that you don't have to worry about that if you got fiber optic because they're hooked up to they're on the phone pole.
That's old school logic right here. Take a coat hanger and a wire, and you good to go. Just hang it outside the window.
No, you can't. But you can't forget the aluminum foil. The aluminum foil is where you get all the foil. Have to have the
booster. That was the
turbo. And the pliers to turn the channel.
Pliers or
that's only way it's gonna work.
Right, but didn't your mother make you stand there and hold that wire?
No, your
with
dad
the radio.
made you do that.
With the radio.
Your dad made you do that.
Stand there and hold that wire.
With the radio.
See, I think that's why parents in the old days had so many kids, man, because they got lazy when they got a little bit, and they had kids that could do the work for them. Okay, hey, Greg, go give me that remote control. I'm sorry, go give me the pliers. Go to my toolbox, get the pliers out, okay, and change the channel.
Man,
no, they used to call you from outside to come change the channel.
That's what you already say. I got called from outside.
Gosh.
I'm thinking something on fire, done burnt down. You can't move. You done fell or something. Give me everything. Give me change the channel, boy.
All the way from you over on the next block.
And then when we get the remote, they got the remote. They be like, Yo, Chris, what the remote at? I come in and sitting right next to him.
Can't find a remote.
And then what about because back in the day, man, we talked, somebody talked about that. Washing dishes. We had 6 people in the house, okay, 6 boys and mom and dad. So that's 8 people. Man, and my mom and dad gave us weeks. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was cool, all right, in the summertime. Saturday and Sunday when everybody ain't, man, look. I'm like, hey, bro, I'll give you $2 if you do the dishes today. Then mom and dad be asking, well, why you doing the dishes and it's Greg's week? He gave me $2. He did what? You in trouble, man. CEO, look, I need to know, how do you keep stress out your business? You got a business running. We all got business. Don't play. We all got businesses. How do we keep the stress out of our business? Rachel Gary, CEO of Life with the Nuggets. Where you at?
He disappeared for real.
Boy.
There you go.
Hey there.
What's going on?
Looky here. Looky here.
It looks smooth now. You hook up directly.
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh yeah.
To your phone sideways.
Chris gonna mess it up now.
Well, there you go. There you go.
All right, let's get that on screen. Hello, inductees.
Hey, what's going down?
With the leadership.
Hey, life is we had some technical difficulties, but that's all right. We're fixing them now.
Yeah, man. So we were talking about stress in business. You know, you have a business and we want to keep stress out the business. How do we keep stress out of our business?
The biggest way to keep stress out your business, keep stress out your life. Set those clear boundaries. Do what is necessary for those boundaries to be upheld. It's the things that stress us are the things that are not in our circle of genius.
Okay. All right. What nugget did you have for us today? I know you got a little something you want to talk about. Okay. And by the way, everybody, make sure y'all check out her radio show too. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But what nugget do we have? Because we're hungry. We got these plates.
We're hungry. Hey, I would say
we got these plates that we want.
I was listening to you guys nuggets about that Radio Hall of Fame inductee, your certificates.
Got mine. Finally got mine. Finally.
And Mo finally got his, so everybody got it with the incorrect spelling. But I like what Gina said about it, that we've already moved past it.
Right. That was 2 years ago. A year ago.
Hey,
oh, that's cold, Mo. Because it was a year ago. You just got it?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. Dang, what's wrong with him?
I don't know what's wrong.
So, Rachel, I was talking to people about that stress issue, okay, and there was, and Gina said, you know, to de-stress, you can read the Bible. Some people said listen to music. Some people said exercise. I said jumping off the dresser. What's the?
You tell you why you jumping off the dresser.
What's the solution, man? I mean, we got to do something to keep it out.
I would say for me personally, how I get rid of stress. I said, as I said in the beginning, setting those clear boundaries eliminates a lot of stress. So I'll use, for instance, like the political climate that we're in currently. It could be very stressful if you internalize everything that's happening. What we got to figure out is, what can we do about anything that's happening? And once you come up with a solution or determine what you're going to do, then it stops being stressful. I think the stress is coming in because we're seeing all these different, we see different things coming our way and we don't know what to do. That's usually when you're stressed or when you overload yourself with things that you can't do anything about. So I think, as I said, I'm just using the political climate currently. What I'm doing is as I said, like last year, when I heard about Trump's 2025 plan, I was already coming up with a Rachel L. Gary 2025 plan. 2026 plan, and 2027 plan. Yeah. I shared a little bit of my plan with Gina. So I had already started enacting my own plan. So the situations of what's going on right now are not stressing me. I think that they're going to be a travesty to our current democracy. I mean, I'm aware of the impact of what's going to happen if everything that he's trying, that is trying to be done currently is completed. But we have to remember that this was a long game. Trump isn't the one who started this. He's just the one who's trying to end it. And I'm not a supporter of Trump, but I'm a supporter of truth. Right. And truth be told, this has been going on for a while. Well before his administration, back in Bush's administration. So at the end of the day, we just have to see the game of life as chess and play strategically. When you play strategically, you're not stressed. You're informed. When you play chess, you play 3 to 4 moves ahead. You don't just play for the move you're making. When you do that, it eliminates a lot of the stressful situations.
Preparation. So here's something else too. I think we talked about that, I guess, during the relationship roundtable about forgiving and forgetting. Can you really do that? Forgive and forget?
Me personally, I forgive everybody and everything that has happened to me, negative as well as positive. Because for me, the negative built the positive person I am. So do you forget? No. Forgiveness, absolutely. Because you're not forgiving them for doing it. You're forgiving yourself for you're forgiving them to allow it to leave your space.
Okay, that makes
sense. There's a difference in looking for them to accept that they did something wrong. I'm not looking for acceptance, and I think that's where we make it we'll say interesting. When you're looking for them to accept that they were wrong, that holds us back. I'm not looking for anyone to accept that they wronged me. I forgive that they wronged me and keep the pain and pressure with them. I take the triumph from it and I grow.
So you're basically saying once you forgive, it's not necessarily forgetting, it's absolving yourself from that situation.
Absolutely.
Okay. See y'all, Gina, Mo, Chris, I can decipher some of these nuggets. All right, I don't know how y'all set up.
No decipher needed.
See, I gotta listen to it and pick it apart, and make sure it's good. Why the look, Chris? What's the look for?
I ain't got no look.
Okay.
I ain't got no look.
Hey, Chris and Mo, I missed you guys last week.
I was sick. I was in the hospital.
I'm sorry to hear that. Why didn't I get a call on that? I gotta check in with my people more.
Yeah, I was getting ready for my National Basketball Association Global Black History Museum induction.
Okay. I got one. Congratulations.
I got one.
Where's that certificate at, Chris? We gotta get that trophy up too.
They on the wall. They on the wall behind us.
All right, congratulations. See, that's a celebration of all the hard work and all of the dedication. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. But the thing about it, because a lot of people got mad at me because I didn't tell nobody about it. I didn't tell anyone about it, really, to be 100 with you. I told the Dope Living crew backstage last Monday. Not this Monday, but the Monday before that. And I was like, I'm really not going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool accomplishment. But when I get my doctorate, when I get my honorary doctorate, everybody going to know. Everybody.
So Chris, why you didn't celebrate it?
I mean, it's a cool accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? To me, I put it out there and I move to the next. I don't stay stagnant for too long.
Absolutely.
I celebrate that victory probably for like maybe 2 to 3 hours and I'm on to the next.
Okay.
Got to keep it moving forward. That's how you keep stress out your life, because people think you're getting certificates and stuff. They think other stuff come along with it and they be asking for stuff.
But
Well,
hey,
other
Chris,
stuff
that's a
other
boundary.
stuff does
That's
come
a
along with
boundary,
that.
man. All you gotta do is tell them that I'm uninterested.
I just don't communicate with them. That's how I stay stress free. I'm an introvert. That's how I stay stress free. I only deal with my people.
I can totally agree with that. But I tell people this: I'm gonna celebrate me and my accomplishments. And if that means that someone thinks I got wealthy off of it, great. That means that I'll inspire them to strive for it as well. But does that mean that now we're gonna start exchanging wealth? I'm gonna exchange the biggest amount of wealth and knowledge of how to get there.
Most definitely. That's the best way and literally the only way to do it. And that's stuff we have to start doing more as a community, is basically transferring our wealth of knowledge.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because every other culture does it but our culture.
Right.
Our culture.
And
And I was speaking about that last night on my show. Yesterday on my show. I was saying that is what made me do what I'm doing currently. I have a wealth of knowledge of how I actually went from poverty to six figures. I'm not having this discussion. I told us this is not a theory conversation. I'm giving step-by-step instructions on how I did it and the different tactics and different ways you can do it as well. How we because I was speaking about us buying or moving out of our communities. Why move out as opposed to fixing up within? The more money we make in those communities, we can and put back into those communities, the better those communities can be off. As opposed to us moving away.
But you know the reason why we do it? Because we was told that's when you're successful, when you move out of the community that you grew up in. And that's a false narrative to have. If you put back into your community like Chinatown, like Filipino town and stuff like that, you're raising. So I always tell people how Chinese restaurants work out. A family will come in, open up a Chinese restaurant, stay above the Chinese restaurant, and working at everybody in the family works inside of that Chinese restaurant until they get enough money to open up a second one, and then they move another family, Chinese family, into that restaurant, and they just keep the wealth going, multiplying.
But I mean, it's very serious with what you said, Chris, about the false narrative. We were told that false narrative, which is why we don't grow. And that's why I am personally. And then I said, I'm going to try to touch as many people as I possibly can with information, because I'm not talking about tidbits of information. I'm talking about an actual mindset that needs to shift. If our mindset shifts, then we understand that moving out of those neighborhoods, make it where we're not scattered. Where we're not scattered, we're not concentrated, which means that we don't have any strength. We need the strength of those neighborhoods. We need the strength of those spaces. We need the ability to be able to grow in those neighborhoods. How we do it? We utilize the dollars that we make on these jobs. We buy. I said, you use a job as an investor, which means you become a good investment at that company. That's when you get promoted in those organizations. The more money you make that money, then you invest in your community. You buy in your community. The corner store that is now boarded up. Now let's put something in that corner store. Then we buy from that corner store. Then that corner store, then as it makes more money, then it expands. And we buy from there. That is what we have to do for growth. We have to. Because currently we're not doing it, which is, we haven't been doing it for years. And I hate to say this, ever since integration, we have not been strong. And that's just me being transparent. And I'm not here to sugarcoat the situation. I've read, I've watched, I saw. We were thriving when we were segregated. When we integrated, we wanted to integrate into other cultures as opposed to utilizing our culture for the strength. We had bus lines, 300 lines where Black people were on those buses. That business was thriving. The Johnson bus service was thriving. The second integration came, that bus service closed. So that was 300 lines that no longer existed. We need to understand it's not about segregating. And I'm not saying anything about any other race, but I believe as Black people, we need to work together towards a solution. And what I'm talking about is a solution. My book, #Poverty to Six Figures, is not just a book. That's why it's not just an event. It's an opportunity for us to actually have knowledge about wealth and how to utilize having dollars in our pocket and having dollars in our bank account, or having dollars that who help our community. Growth in our community is what we need.
How many?
And stop calling it the hood. It's not the hood, it's a neighborhood. A neighborhood is a collective of people. When you call it the hood, it gives a negative connotation, which is negative on your mind. Our mindset has to be different. And I try one person at a time. Right here, dropping CEO nuggets on Dope Living TV has been a blessing because I have an opportunity to share. And I'm not sharing things that I think are true. I'm sharing you guys how I did it. When you talk to any of these 4 people, they're telling you how they did it. Wealth is here. We are able to get it. Money is abundant.
It's attainable without a doubt.
Yes,
but why do we tear each other down though? I mean, I see
that's how we
and
program.
I see it firsthand.
We were programmed to do it, Gina. We've been programmed to do it. We've been programmed to do it. We've been programmed for 400 years. We've been programmed to not love ourselves. 400 years. Our great grandparents told us not to do X, Y, and Z. We've been taught for years to break. I don't want to call it a curse. To break the narrative. Somebody, we have to pour into ourselves and say how much we love ourselves. I've seen things on Facebook and Instagram where Black people are clapping, saying, "You go, girl. You love. You wonderful. You're beautiful." That needs to be said often because we've been taught to that straight hair, blue eyes, blonde hair is beauty. We've been taught that was beauty. And even though we say we woke, and people hate when I say it, being woke means being aware. You not woke. You not woke.
But what they don't tell us is that we was the first people with blue hair, blonde hair. We were the first. Blue
hair,
and
what was that, 87?
No, this was back in the day. We were the woman's gene, black woman's gene is the only gene that can produce every race there is in America, in the world.
The original womb, the original womb. They're the only one who can. There's no other race who can do it.
No other race that can do it.
We I mean, not being funny, and I'm not here to down any other race. This is not a down on the other race. This is about we were always superior. Just being honest. We've always been superior. Our feet, our features, our blood, and everything. But that's not the narrative that we hear. We hear the narratives. I mean, think about if you really go into the history of all the inventions, we had a part in every one. Every single one.
Yeah.
The things that we use on an everyday basis, there's a component of something that we created. I'm just here to say that we are great, we are beautiful, we can do whatever we set our minds to. But to do that, you have to get the mindset ready to grow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the reasons we're not in that mindset is because we don't know our history. We only know the history that was taught to us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know the actual history of us.
Right. But I mean, I agree with that, Chris, because I've read a lot of books about the history of back in Ethiopia, about even in America, because when they say that Indians, when they came here, they were black people here when they came. They weren't Indians.
They weren't. They were indigenous. They were indigenous people. We were the first indigenous people here. We were here before, quote unquote, Christopher Columbus, that was being navigated by two African men to even get here, because he knew nothing about the waves, the water, and anything that we navigated him here.
And how would we be able to do it if we had never done it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do nothing you ain't never done before, right?
Right.
So I mean, like, it's a lot of stuff that we have to take in consideration. My fault, G. Go ahead, bro.
That wasn't me. That was Gina.
Oh, my fault, Gina. Go ahead,
Gina. I didn't say anything. I'm listening.
My fault, Gina. My fault, Mo. Go ahead, Mo.
You're right, bro.
Either. All right, Rachel. Go ahead. It's your fault.
No, guys, I mean, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I do understand that we were not taught our history, but at this point, we haven't been. And if we keep holding on to what we don't know, instead of growing to what we do or grow to the next level, we're going to constantly be talking about the past. We're never going to get it. We're never going to get all of those pieces. They weren't meant for us to find.
That's true.
They weren't meant for us to find. But what I do know is that our strength right now and our ability to think right now, we have it.
I mean, but you got to admit the eye opening that's been going on for the last 5 years, as far as that they call us woke now versus educated. I mean, the woke word, I hate it because of one thing. First of all, it's like we just now started it. No, we knew our history. We knew our history. It's just some are afraid to just say something about it. Now, I'm a person that'll tell you, hey, I remember telling one person that that he didn't know that the most people on this planet are brown and black. They ain't, the biggest population of folk is us on this planet. No, but if you look at it from a United States Anglo-Saxon era, they own everything. That's not true. That's not true. You try to explain him, he was getting upset. And I was trying to tell him, and this was a preacher, white preacher, and I was trying to tell him, you've been taught wrong.
People don't want to hear the truth.
No,
they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear the lies.
Taught wrong.
Well, what, to be honest, the white people were taught, the newer generation of white people were taught wrong as well.
Yeah, that even makes it worse because they're perpetuating the stupidity. And sometimes you don't know how stupid they sound, like that little chick that had this little deal about the dapper thing. What's her name, Chris? What was her name? The little video.
Moron Kelly.
Yeah,
Megan Kelly. My bad.
And she's talking about the Dapper Black, the little fashion show thing that they had, talking about Black Dapper thing. And she sounded so stupid and ignorant, and she sounded very, very, very envious and jealous. She called it everything but niggas having a party. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but you got to realize this too, Mo. She's the person. No, she got fired for NBC because she was the one that was saying that white people should be able to wear blackface on Halloween. Yeah, that's why she got fired from NBC.
No, I said I'm going to get fined. Mo said the N word.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I apologize to Negroes.
Well, we can say, but we can say the N word too, because the N word, if you study it, it really came from the Most High word.
Well, exactly. Niggas.
Yeah, but they couldn't say that.
That means kings. It don't mean what other folks would call it.
Well, I mean, everything they take, or everything we have, they take it, make it a negative connotation to it, and then we have to bring it back to the positive.
Yep.
Well, they're gonna negatively take some change out of my pocket for that N word, but anyway, it's cool.
Niggas is that's not what they think. It's not what it is.
Any other time, Gina, Mo would have said nagas. Okay, but no, he had to make the I sharp. He had to put the ear. I'm like, come on, Mo. Dang.
I'm pronouncing it correctly. Negas. Look it up. People at.
But anyway, man, you know what, Rachel, we got. Whenever you come on, man, number one, you're smiling all the time again. Marie must be around.
I'm living my best life every day, guys. Every day I have opportunity to talk to people and bring a little touch of light and hopefully impart on someone to start actually researching growth and researching their history so they can get to a place of knowledgeability. But if I spark one person to know that they are worth it, they are beautiful, they are powerful, that you are a king and a queen, regardless of what you've heard, seen, or believe, and that your mind can reach and do anything you want is possible. If you believe it, you can achieve it and receive it. If you believe it, you can receive it. And that's how it is. You believe it, achieve it, receive it. I'm just here to remind you of the person in which you are and give you a little bit of information so you can get back on the path towards where you want to go. We can't live on what has happened. We have to live for what's to come. And if we continue in the path of complacency, we'll be here or below where we are in the next year.
So I got to ask one more question, Rachel.
Ask away.
Make it a short one.
How do you feel about this back to Africa thing?
Back to Africa?
You know, yeah, well, they're talking about, you know, some of the islands are talking about paying for our citizenship and all of that other stuff.
I have a two-part on the back to Africa thing. I believe in there's no back to Africa. We're not all from Africa. Just like all white people are not from Europe. There are no original. None of everyone who's having these conversations are originally from America. None of them. So we're having conversations about going back someplace. I'm not opposed to going anywhere. But what I am opposed to is being forced to go somewhere. And right now, while they're dismantling the civil rights, piece by piece by piece, we need to collaborate and grow. Because nothing wrong with entertainment, but the entertainment that we're seeing right now on the news with music, on the news with the scare tactics, all of those are smoke and mirrors. They're playing chess and we're playing checkers. Yep. So that's compared to the $5 thoughts over the $1 million thoughts. When you're playing checkers, you're playing 5. When you're playing chess, you're playing millions. How do we get the $1 million mindset to get to moving? We got to get to moving to playing chess. We got to be strategic about what we're doing, not talk about it, be about it, have those closed door meetings. Like they have closed door meetings on us and what they plan for us in the future. We need to have a closed door meeting and decide what we're going to do and start moving towards it. No protest, no conversations in the public, conversations behind some doors. People start making moves and play chess. No more checkers.
Well, that's the hard part when it comes to behind closed doors, because everything we used to do behind closed doors, the government, the feds paid somebody that looked like us to take us down. If you look at the Marcus Garvey movement, if you look at all of the movements ahead of time, the Malcolm X movement, even the Martin Luther King movement, it was somebody that looked like us that took us down. So when we have those closed doors meetings, we got to make sure that everyone is on the same agenda and has the same agenda.
That's true.
And we don't know who's with us and who's against us that looks like us. That's the hard part.
And it goes to this. But if we sit around and we try to figure it out so long, it will already be happening to us.
Well, the things that's happening to us, what we don't understand is that we're already protected in this because we're the indigenous people that's in this country. And people forget, and I tell people this all the time, if you go back and you remember those days, if you go back and you remember the day when everybody alarmed on their phones went off when they said they were doing a reset, computers, you know, on the news that same day, they took out Negroes and added indigenous to the Constitution. So we all supposed to get land at $250,000 a year, but we don't know nothing about that because we are focused on our electronics instead of focusing on what's really going on in the work.
Right. We're not watching that chess. We're not watching that chessboard, Chris. Yeah. Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I tell people this all the time. I mean, everybody's life is chess. It's all about the moves you make to survive. Everyone starts off with the same pieces of chess, but don't everybody make the same moves in life?
Correct.
Give us free. We got to get out of here, y'all. We already 3 minutes over. Rachel, you know, we love you being here, giving us these CEO nuggets. You came and gave us a history lesson today, so we appreciate that as well, okay? But you got to close this out with your favorite signature close.
Please.
Okay, I want to say one thing before I get to my signature code. And I will say this, guys, research your history. You research. Don't take people's word for it. You research your history. Don't just use the internet. Use old books because older books are going to be able to give you that information. The internet itself was made for just that, to have a lot of information to cloud your judgment. If you're looking for growth, if you're looking for a plan, I would say join me June 15th right here in Chicago for my book launch event, #Poverty to Six Figures, Breaking the Chain to Gain. It was written that way for a purpose. It is not to break the chain between the link of our brains and the internet, so we can break those chains and start growing and developing ourselves to be the CEOs of our lives. And until next week, right here on Dope Living TV with the Black Radio Hall of Fame inductees that I have the privilege to listen to and privilege to watch weekly, I want you guys to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You.
That just makes me sit up in my chair, man. You know, when she does that. It just makes me make things a little different. We like to end the week, our week, on stuff like that. Okay, thank you so much, Rachel. Chris, we're getting out of here, man. What you got?
Yeah, I mean, everything Rachel said is A1, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people knock Tubi, but when it comes to our culture, Tubi has some of the best documentaries in life on there that's right up under our noses, and we don't even go look for them. You know what I'm saying? They got Hidden Colors up under there. They got the other one, Out of Darkness. Out of Darkness is one of the best documentaries about us that I've ever seen before in my life.
Hey, Bruce, find that and drop that in the chat, please. Chris, can you tell me that again so he can drop that in the chat?
Yeah, it's called Out of Darkness. It's on Tubi. Out of Darkness. On the cover, it's a kid in a sweater with a crown on his head. A black kid with a sweater with a crown on his head. That is one of the best documentaries. Hidden Colors is cool because it's 5 pieces to it, but this one has everything on one documentary.
Okay.
So you really need to. Yeah. Last thing, don't fall for the narrative that if they put it in a book, they'll hide it from us. Y'all need to pick up books like Rachel said and start reading for real.
Right. Because they got the internet locked down. They only want us to see certain stuff on the internet. I mean, that right there is I mean, I used to have one of my surrogate children, or godson, you said the internet is the devil. Some of it, yeah, but not all of it. But about us, as far as us, there's so much stuff that's been injected, pushed, and blew up. It ain't even funny. But just like Rachel said, we need to pick up a book and start learning some of the stuff in the books. I mean, instead of them they're playing chess, like she said, they're playing chess, and we playing checkers. It's 5 moves ahead, and Rachel told you, you know, it's 5 moves ahead. Shoot, and if you ain't ready, you're gonna get left behind.
Jane,
man, it's nothing like being educated, and you don't have to be educated by going to school. You have to self-educate, which means that you have to do more than what they teach you in school. I remember growing up when my mom used to teach us about businesses and managing business and managing your finances. That wasn't taught to me in school. It was taught to me at home by my mother and my father. And that's where I picked it up from. So self-educate, learn as much as you can. As much as you could put in that in those gray cells, learn it, because that is what's going to get you to propel where you need to go or where you want to go.
Without a doubt.
You know what knowledge is? Power. Okay. Understanding, though, is the key. We can read all day long, okay, but if we're reading without understanding, we're still going to be lost, or we're going to go back. You know, a lot of people I see, they read books and they go back because they didn't quite catch it. You know what I mean? Go back and understand. You don't have to read the whole book in one day. Read a portion of the book, understand that thoroughly, then keep moving. All right. And that's life. You know what I'm saying? Understand what you're doing at this moment. At this moment, understand it so that you can make that next step in that journey. And understand when you think that you're all alone, okay, God is walking right with you. He may not trip you up or push you to this way or that way, okay? He lets you do what you have to do. Everything is a lesson. God teaches us. And if we believe, again, we're not walking alone, he's right with us. Always. Always. I don't care what happens during that journey. God is with us. And on Thursdays at 7:30, Rachel's with us. So let's be happy. Okay, we got the nuggets today. Okay, the plate was full. Yes, sir. The plate was full. All right, Rachel, we appreciate you coming through, hanging with us every Thursday. Tell everybody how they can reach you.
You can reach me on every social media platform at Rachel L. Gary. If you are looking for any of my programs, books, or just to know where I'm going to be next, go to www.sayiampossible.com. That is www.sayiampossible.com. Say it. I am possible. I am possible. That's where you can find it.
.com.
That's where you can find it.
.com.
And don't forget she has
You can
radio.
find me, and you can find me at 702-777-9311. I'll pick right up.
Let's go. Let's go. Go.
The only problem is Mike was
777-9311.
You can find me in room 112 because that's where the players dwell.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Anyway.
it.
My work number is 219-933-9000.
Yeah, that ain't me. So
isn't that the time number where you go to? I forgot all about that number, Chris. I haven't dialed that number since I was in my 20s. And I still remember that's the number to tell you what time it is, to get the accurate time.
And how many degrees it is outside.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start using that again.
Bruce, put your number up there. Shout out to Bruce, man. Bruce
thank you, Bruce. Put my number up there.
Again, I got a shot, Bruce. We had 811, y'all. Bruce, I was doing a live. Bruce
I'm getting paid. I want overtime. I want overtime pay.
Got you. Bruce got on there. Bruce got on there and literally gave a lesson trying to protect me, trying to save me, you know, when somebody was attacking me verbally. Because ain't nobody coming up on me and touching me. But it was verbally. And I was on the live and Bruce came in there. And it was needed, Bruce. I appreciate you, bro. Most definitely.
Well, one more thing before we get up out of here, since we already over. Hey, yo, Greg, talk about the shirts again. Go ahead. The shirts is like what Greg got on.
I hear crickets.
Because he's
Don't Live TV shirts. Get your t-shirts. Inbox Greg Gray. Greg Gray to get your t-shirts. He is selling them. He's trying to sell 10 a day. Make sure that you are one of those 10 people. So you can be living the life. Dope living way.
Nothing like a live mannequin. Y'all don't have a live mannequin like we do.
A live rotated mannequin at that.
I know,
oh
man.
My gosh.
Oh, boy, y'all funny, okay? Shout out to my brother Raj Reese. That's that dude, y'all. Anyway, we got to get out of here for real, okay? Unless somebody else got one more thing.
No, I need big overtime pay.
Anyway, let's get out of here before overtime.
Hey, one more thing. No,
overtime becomes my downfall. Empty pockets, y'all. Okay. Don't forget, check out Rachel June the 15th. It's coming up real quickly. Okay. And don't forget, we are at.
Get your early bird tickets.
Get them tickets, man. We are at 948. Chris said we've been 948 for about a year now, but it's
2 months. But since we're still talking about it and we still on live, hey, yo, Gina, talk about DAG. We ain't heard nothing about DAG for a little while. Go ahead.
Absolutely, you guys better get ready. The deadline is coming.
Don't let Chris get you in trouble
for your books. Listen, if I'm gonna be over and I'm not gonna get overtime pay, I might as well give my plug in.
I know that's right.
Come on, May 31st. The deadline is coming. You got to get your registration in there so that you can get your books out there. We're gonna definitely put you out there on the map. So come and join the community. Rachel is part of the community. She is a DAG ambassador. Look what she's doing, along with the other DAG nominees and winners. Come on, December 31st. Go to the Distinguished Authors Guild Facebook page and register your book. Website coming soon. As soon as Bruce helps me.
I got the answers for you. I'm gonna call you in a minute.
Okay.
Hey, you see how communication breaks down after 8 o'clock, okay? Mo, since we already over.
Since we already over, Mo, what you got for?
I got what I got. Thank
Life.
God. Thank God for life. Thank God for friends.
Amen.
All out there that's responsible for me being right here for y'all prayers. I appreciate all y'all.
All right, and my last thing, Rose from Black Royalty Perspectives coming soon podcast with myself, V. Christopher Lane, with Royal Journal III, with Daniel Schaus, and with Nathan Majeri.
All of them.
All right.
Hey, Greg, what you got?
I'm ready. Let's hear back.
Greg, what you got?
Arthritis. I got rheumatism. I got bursitis. Or what you need? I got it.
All right,
stop it. Don't speak that.
Look, we 15 minutes over. We most definitely about to get off, but I got one question for y'all. What does a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common? A nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy, what do they have in common? A wet nose, y'all. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, really? Now you gave Greg more ammunition?
I know.
Right.
Oh
but hey, look, Greg ain't gonna get it till we get off air anyway.
Yeah.
We ready.
Shout out to y'all, man. Okay. It's the end of the week. Thank you, Rachel, for coming through with the CEO nuggets. We'll see her here next Thursday with even more nuggets. Okay. Bring those big plates. Bring the Chinette plates, the big paper plates with the sturdy bottoms. Okay. Don't bring them on cheap ass $1 store paper plates. Okay, to hold these nuggets. It's not gonna hold them. All right. We need the sturdy plates. All right. Thank you, Rachel.
One more
Thank
thing.
you, guys.
Oh, go ahead. One more thing.
Go
ahead. Why not?
One more thing. You know, this weekend is Mother's Day. Please,
yes, it is.
If you still got your mothers with you, give a big old kiss and tell her Mo said he said to tell you to do that.
For
Please.
sure. And shout out to
not to mention the women that had your children. That can't be enough. You know what I'm saying? She passing on your bloodline. Please make sure you take care of them.
Yeah. And shout out to this weekend is Mother's Day. There's a big Mother's Day concert at the Hard Rock. My guys, Drew Hill. I talked to Jazz, Larry Anthony earlier today.
You coming on?
Ooh, I can't wait to get my tickets. You got the tickets, bro?
Huh?
You got the tickets?
What? Okay. Wait a minute. Hold
yeah,
on.
I got. Yes, I got them.
Don't say huh.
Greg, we forgot to do the giveaway drawing for the tickets. It's too late. We over time. Let's go.
Jordan.
Time. We'll do it
to you.
We'll do it. Hey, look, we'll do them on Monday.
Stop it, y'all.
Hey, and there's a play that's going on in Chicago as well with Carl, what's his name? Carl Anthony Payne, whatever his name is. Jill.
Who? G Money?
Jill Jones. Jill Marie Jones is in
You
it.
talking about G Money?
Huh?
Yep.
The guy that played G Money on New Jack City?
No, I got the wrong. The one who was playing what's his name in Martin?
Oh, Cole. I want to play the Cole. Yeah. Right.
So he directed it and all of that stuff. So all of that. Anyway, let's get out of here, y'all. Please.
We try.
Dope Living TV Live, man. I'm gonna press the right button today. Okay, we'll see you guys on Monday. All right. Peace out.
Same on out there.